Having reached my half-century and experiencing a few years of, shall we say, change, with no exotic escapes for over a decade, a final straw was reached, and in a selfish but much required moment of rash impulsiveness, just a few weeks before Christmas 2016, I threw caution to the hurricane and headed off with one small bag of few belongings to the magical, wondrous island of Gozo, next to Malta, in the unbelievably blue Mediterranean. Well, what can I say? Well, actually, I could say very much, but instead we'll leave you to read some of the poems it utterly inspired me to write, and also some written before those amazing, soul-stripping and rebuilding 9 days of beauty, sun, sea, and no, none of the other. Mountains, cliffs, crazy island drives, wonderfully warm people, cats, lizards, cold, heat, storms, music, peace, noise, wine, good food, tears and joy. Oh, and so much more. Gozo, I thank you for inspiring and fueling my much-needed return to self in a world gone quite mad that gets madder, but in some ways more wise by the day. Here's to the future, our future, with all my heart.
Right, well, it's Monday evening. Can't remember what time it is, but it's an hour later than it is in the UK, whatever time it is there. Sitting on my balcony again after a day out on the bus. Excuse me. I'm doing these little recordings just because, I don't know, I'm on my own and it just feels like a way of communicating with the outside world. And it's all hopefully interesting, and I'm just kind of sharing my trip with the ether. So yeah, I was on this bus, double-decker bus that went round the whole island. It took 3 hours, and I was pretty much on my own for most of it. It was just me and the driver. Although some people did get on at the end, but So I really did feel like total and utter Shirley Valentine, I tell you. But it was really interesting, and I got to see all the places, the main places on the island, and I've tried to sort of catalogue that with photos and stuff. Sorry about the wind, by the way, I'm sitting in slightly windy today. So not as much sun today, a bit dull, but still, you know, it's still lovely. And again, I did a post about the synchronicities of, this is kind of a trip for me to find me, to sort of rediscover me, or discover me for the first time, I don't know. So it was weird, it was kind of relevant, wasn't it, that I was on the bus on my own. Of course it wasn't by chance, but, and as I said, the 322 went past Genesis. It was just really bizarre. Yeah, and as Martin Popwell said, a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream, I think, really. It's like sort of, which reality do you want to grasp? But the thing is, you have to go through certain realities to get to the other ones, so you can't just, I don't think you can just jump. I think you have to go through various realizations in your life, and indeed find yourself. It's a very good expression, I think. So that was it, really. I'm just sitting here now with a ham and cheese butty and a glass of red wine, looking at the view and feeling glad that I'm here. So it's me signing out now. Bye for now. Well, what a difference a day can make, eh? The weather here this morning has been just unbelievable. The winds must be up to 50 miles an hour. I thought the window frames were going to come out before. And the waves and the rain before was just unbelievable. It's actually very significant, this happening today, for a particular reason, which I won't go into, but just wow. Listen to that wind.
So far removed, you are the one thing in my world.